Okay, we're going to move on to buffering now, but before that, I'm going to explain just how the engine stores inputs, and this is what makes buffering so useful in the game. So what the game does is, when you input a motion into the game, after you execute a move, the motion is still in the memory of the game, so to speak. It's still stored, and what you can do is you can use that motion for something else as well, and thus lowering your steps and making inputs easier. So let me show an example. So with Ryu here, I'm just going to walk forward a bit. I'm going to try throwing a fireball. See, notice how an uppercut came out? It's because the game remembers that I hit forward, right? But I'm walking, but the forward input is still in the memory of the game, and then when I inputted the fireball motion, the game's like, oh, he's trying to do an uppercut. Now, this might sound like bad for the game, right? Because you don't want to input motions and screw yourself over that you didn't want to. But you can take advantage of this. So one thing to keep in mind here is that motions are stored longer when you're trying to do ultras than special moves. I'll show an example here. So for example, Chun-Li, she wants to, if I want to do a fireball with her, I have to charge back and then go forward punch. Now what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to charge it, and then I'm going to dash, and then I'm going to try to do a fireball right after the dash is done. So, I'll show an example. Notice it's not coming out. But when I try to do an ultra, which also requires a charge, and even though it requires more directions, I'm able to do it after a dash. So the ultra comes out, but the fireball won't, even though they both require charges. So it's just something to keep in mind. Alright, now it's time to explain buffering. Now, buffering is basically inputting a motion during the animation of something else. It's basically like getting a head start on the next thing you want to do while something else is happening. And the reason that's possible, like I said before, is because the engine stores it. It remembers the motion you did beforehand. Even if you don't know what buffering is, everybody uses buffering, whether offensively or defensively. Okay, I'm going to show you the most basic example of buffering, and that's using Ryu's crouching medium kick into fireball. Okay, so the inputs to do this would be crouching medium kick, which is down medium kick, and then a fireball, which is quarter circle forward punch. Now, hopefully most of you guys know this, but you don't have to just go down medium kick and then start down again and slide at the punch. All you have to do is just hold down, press the medium kick, and then just slide the stick forward and then press punch. So, like so. So what's happening is that since you press down in medium kick, the down is saved. It's already, the game already knows you hit down. So when you go down forward and then forward punch, so you're sliding it afterwards, the game's like, okay, so he's already hit down and then down forward punch. Now he wants to do a fireball. So I'm basically going like a 2-in-1. And the buffering part of that combo was during the animation of Ryu sticking out his foot in the crouching medium kick, I'm already sliding the joystick. That's the buffering. So I'm buffering the fireball, basically. Buffering and understanding how it works is essential. It basically makes you input your motions much quicker, skip steps, and make your window bigger for executing your combos. Okay, so let me give you another quick example. Say when I go crouching medium kick into uppercut with Ryu instead. So since we know the shortcut is down forward, all I gotta do is go down forward, medium kick, move the joystick back, and then back to down forward, and then press punch, and then uppercut will come out, so watch. So what I'm doing is I'm buffering, once again, the joystick down back, then down forward, then punch. As you can see, it's a lot easier than inputting it down medium kick and then starting from forward and doing the entire motion of the uppercut. So another common example is using a throw ultra, which is 720 or 540 if you're using a shortcut, and you just jump and do it. And what I'm doing is I'm buffering the motion while I'm in the air, and as soon as I land, I hit the 3 punches and the ultra comes out. People use this all the time, and that's just another example of buffering. It's because of buffering that makes it possible for Balrog to do a headbutt into ultra. Headbutt requires a down charge to up punch, but the ultra requires you to do a down back charge and go forward, back forward punches or kicks. And what you're doing is just by holding down back, you're buffering both the motions. So for example, what I'm doing is I'm holding down back and I'm just sliding the stick up and pressing punch. But while I'm sliding the stick up, I'm holding back still. So I'm like grinding against the edge of the gate of the stick. And because of that, I'm still holding the back charge. And the game remembers that. And then I just go forward, back, forward, and then 3 punches or 3 kicks. Okay, so now I'm going to go through a bunch of bullet point examples using all the different motions in the game and how you can use, when you're buffering, how you use the storing mechanic of the engine to not do as many motions as you're actually supposed to do. So let's start off with Ryu and his Fireball Super. Okay, so his Fireball, quarter circle forward punch, Super, double quarter circle forward punch. Now, if you want to do Fireball canceled into Super Fireball, it's not just quarter circle forward punch, then quarter circle forward. You've already inputted it once already. So the game remembers that, and thus you only have to input it one more time. So it's quarter circle forward punch, and then another quarter circle forward punch. So watch. See, I only inputted one more quarter circle forward because the game remembers it. Say you want to do uppercut into Fireball Super. Simple. Just when you do the uppercut motion, just press forward, quarter circle forward punch, which will do the uppercut, then just one more quarter circle forward because you've already inputted the first part of the super when you do your uppercut. So watch. So for half circle motion moves into super, like rolls for example, just one half circle forward punch for the fireball and then one more quarter circle forward for the super. This also works for charge characters. If I want to do, say, Balrog's Rush Punch, just charge and then Rush Punch into a super. Instead of going hold down back and then going forward and then back forward punch, you just have to do one more back forward punch because you've already inputted it once. So watch. This makes it a lot easier. To do flash kick into flash kick super, you just hold down back and then press up forward kick and then just another down back to up forward kick. So it's like this. So down and back, up forward kick, then down and back, up forward kick again, really fast. If you want to do something like Sonic Boom into flash kick super, it's a little bit trickier. What you gotta do is do a down back charge and then press forward punch, which will do the Sonic Boom, and then slide the joystick from down forward all the way back, crescent moon backwards and press kick. Kind of like that trick I showed you with the Ultra. So let me show an example.